I tried to tell you. I tried to tell you. And no one wants to listen to me. A video I made last month about Disney doing cuts, cutting hours, cutting employees. And I got roasted in the comments. I got roasted. Delete your channel. You're dumb. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't run Disney. How can you be the one to say those things? Oh, I got roasted. But let's see here. Let's see. Who's roasting now? Wait, that. All right, hold on. That didn't make any sense. Let me just be clear. I am not a fan of applauding, and I never will be, of anyone losing their job. We live in a day and age, you got to work. You got to provide for your family. You got to pay your bills. And even if I disagree with the company for whatever they're doing, I still don't want to see people lose their jobs. Unless you're, making $75 million a year. Then I think you'll be okay. But for the rest of us normal people who can't afford a decent backdrop, can't afford a mic stand, and has to rely on, subscribers to help you out with a chair, I don't want to see anyone lose their job. Let's go into this article by Fox Business. Disneyland Star Wars flops. Now employees getting hours cut. I have mentioned this way back, and I was roasted in the comment section saying, you have no idea what you're talking about. And yeah, so they blaming Galaxy's Edge for not bringing in the mass crowds for the employees that they hired. So the force is not strong with Disneyland this summer. Employees are feeling the pinch. And yeah, I mean, this is terrible. Look, employees now working under 40 hours per week. Our hours have been cut to as low as 30 hours to 35 in some weeks. Even though we have worked at the park for years, it makes life challenging when your paycheck gets cut unexpectedly. Wow. These are people that are making $15 an hour and their paycheck went from $600 to $450. That's a big deal. Listen, that's a big deal. That's a big deal when you're making this kind of money. And it goes on to Bob Iger's comments that I did in a previous video saying people just didn't want to come. And yeah, that they charge too much for the admission. And I mean, then they did something crazy. They had this if you have an annual pass that's blocked out over the summer, you could spend more money and get a summer day ticket for a little bit less. It's crazy. That's crazy to me. So I will say this though, Orlando Galaxy's Edge is kind of looking here at Disneyland, and they're making some changes. So I live near the area, like I've said many times, and they're bringing some old trilogy characters back in. You can get photos with Vader and all these other things. They're advertising that. They're not just selling like Star Wars food in one little section. They're going to open it up to the park so people can get a taste and go, hey, now that you've had your alcoholic green yellow milk, why don't you come take a photo next to the Falcon? They're inviting a lot of celebrities to come and get photo ops with their lightsabers. Jonas Brothers were there, Matt Damon, all of them. It's like they're getting this thing ready. Also, the Orlando Galaxy's Edge will have a hotel that's currently in construction, which will have other restaurants and different things. I don't know if that will help. My personal feeling, I think they might step back and look at this and tweak it again. If something is broken, you try to fix it. But honestly, I think they're gonna wait till after episode 9. They're gonna wait till after episode 9 to see if that will bring more people into the park. Now, the way Disney did their summer blackout dates with their annual pass and everything, that didn't help them at all. None of that helped them at all. So I guess we'll have to see the next quarter to see if it picked up or anything. But they need to do something, man. People getting their hours cut, that's Yeah, that's all. Why don't Bob like cut some of his salary to help some of these people out? Why don't good old Bob, on his, what does he make? 67 million, 62 million, 72 million? Why don't he just cut like a million and just give it to his faithful employees that have been working there for years, and now because they messed up on the Galaxy's Edge, they thought it would drive in the mass crowds. But how is it going to drive in the mass crowds when you have one ride that works, that people were like, yeah, it's okay. It wasn't like the thrill ride where people are coming back saying, I got to do that again. And then the rest of it's just like a giant Star Wars mall. Like that's it. And in the comments in my videos, people are saying, yeah, I went there and it just didn't feel like Star Wars to me. I will say this. Listen, I'm not going to trash the whole thing. There were people in my comments that saying they absolutely loved it. That it was a great thing. And hey, man, that's great. If you spend your money on something, you should love something. But I'm telling you, the reports came out. People aren't going to the parks. People don't care about Galaxy's Edge. The younger generation doesn't care about Star Wars anymore. You spent almost $5 billion on the thing. You need to step back and take a look here, like what's going on. It ain't Star Wars fatigue, my friend. It ain't Star Wars fatigue. That ain't it. That ain't it. You need to step back and look at what you've done. You need to look at the stories that you've told. And the bottom line is, don't trash the characters I love to make your characters look better, and then expect me to take, my kids and my family to say, hey, look at Star Wars. Yeah, go ahead and like Rey. Go ahead and like Finn. Go ahead and like Poe. But, 20 years down the line, when you've invested, time into something that you love, watch them trash it to build up the new characters for your kids and grandkids and so on and so on. So, yeah. So you need to step back and take a look. Anyway, that's the video, guys. What do you guys think? I know a lot of people are going to be saying, ha in the comment section because they're just angry. Again, I hate to see anyone, lose money that works hard. And, I hate to see that. So come on, Disney. Get your Star Wars act together, man. Get your act together. And when all else fails, let the Wookiee win.